What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my kitchen. It's another episode of Cooked. I'm your host, Dan the Lost Boy, and on today's episode, what's cooking, you may ask? Me, of course. But besides that, we got Pork N Beanz. Zoltan, Zed's for beans. Don't sleep on this episode, it's gonna be a banger coming at you.
All right, everybody, so here it is, Pork and Beans. Look at that bacon. Look at those beans. And it's funny, olive oil's pictured here because I don't even think I use it. Got the onion, the garlic, some bread, some seedy bread. Look at that overview. It's a beautiful sight.
For this recipe, we got the baseline, the fundamental, the foundation, beans. And I'm not talking about your favorite character off Even Stevens. I'm talking about baked beans. And here we have Bush's Best. You can use whatever you prefer, but you just read Bush's Best. So, no comment. Grab yourself 2 cans. All right, for this recipe, to take these beans to the next level, I got some slab bacon here we're gonna cube up. I mean, you can use sliced bacon, you can use hot dogs or wieners, you could use sausages, pancetta, whatever you want. This is really gonna take it to the next level though, eh? Okay. All right, we got a Spanish onion and we got some garlic. Spanish onion for the reasons of it, the sweetness, and it's gonna caramelize really nicely. Garlic is just delicious. All right, we got a couple slices of some good seed bread that I just had laying around, although you could use a fresh ciabatta, baguette. Again, whatever you got, it's best to use what's laying around, use it up. Let's go. So there's quite a few items I'm gonna be pulling out of the pantry here that aren't in the overview. Just check for the recipe in the description below and see if you got them. They're kind of regular household items, but double check before you get into this. Other than that, this is a sweet main dish. It's a sweet side ting, and I'm not talking about the type you call up late night, although you could call on this late night. Very good late night snack. Heavy, dense, but a good snack. So, great side thing, great main meal. What else is there to say? Let's cook this stuff. Before we get these ingredients broken down and all prepared, I gotta get ready. So it's first things first. Get the state of mind prepared. Let's get cooked so we can get cooking.
Disclaimer, always breathe on your food.
Okay, now that that's out of the way, first things first, let's get into the prep mode. We're gonna break everything down, come in for another angle, come in for a closer view, why don't you? Wow. All right, first things first, gonna wanna break this bacon down. We're gonna trim off some of the extra fat here, and you can see the skin side. That'll get nice and crispy once we fry it, so we'll cube this up.
Just want to get in there, cube things up. Don't think about it too much. Size, shape, meh, not a huge deal. Just get into her, trim off some of the fat, and wow, that looks stellar.
Now for these, we're just gonna go for slices. Nice and thin. That actually looks like I know what the fuck I'm doing in this episode. The prep work's done. We got our ingredients broken down. Let's start combining everything, making everybody friends. And let's get some pork and beans going. Let's turn some burners on. So we're gonna get the cast iron pan up to about medium heat. And we got a pot here for the beans. We're gonna get that just on a nice low. 3 ticks in. 3 ticks. So once you get your pan and your pot heated up, just like this episode and my next mixtape, you're gonna wanna take your Bush's beans or whatever you choose. Take your 2 cans. Oh, that bacon floating on top looks groovy. Groovyton. Take me to Flavor Town, and I'm not talking Guy Fieri. So we're gonna dump that into our pot here.
It's raining beans. Hallelujah. Oh, Bush's best, just dropping in from the top turnbuckle. Big 1-2.
So we got the beans in the pot. The beans and the beans and the beans and the beans and the beans in the pot. And now we're gonna get our bacon into the pan. We got a nice chunk of the fat here. I'm gonna render that out. You can hear that. And that's gonna be our non-stick. We're gonna move that around, get some bacon fat in the pan, get it rendering out. Because that's what you're hearing. Renderation. So now that we got kind of a base of fat, we can add the rest in, and you just don't want to go raw dogging it and get stuck, if you know what I'm saying. You're gonna move that around. So you just want to keep it moving around. Whoa, keep losing a couple of soldiers here. I mean, I'm just frantic. I'm frantic for food right now. Cooked has always just got me on edge in the best of ways. I hope you too. You can see the fat's rendering out nice. You see it pooling in the corners there. That's gonna be beautiful for later cooking sauce. Sosa, I want to get to know ya. Let's give our beans a stir. Just getting those warmed through. From here, let's season both a little bit. Got our Himalayan salt. Just want to hit our pork, so our bacon just very slightly. Get some seasoning on there. Same for the beans, not heavy, just a little base, brighten the flavors. Also gonna go in there with the black pepper, freshly ground. Couple cranks, 1, 2, 3, 4. Into the, oh shit, oh frickin' stuff, holy moly. But we're gonna keep rolling and stir. Now we're gonna turn our heat up a little bit. Now that we got some fat rendered out, we're gonna crisp that up.
Oh, are we seeing an elbow here, folks? Wazam!
Oh my lord, oh my Lanta, oh my licorice. Oh, it's getting crispy here, folks. Let's go. That's your pork for your pork and beans right there, ladies and gents. You want to make sure you're consistently stirring your bacon and, of course, your beans, the magical fruit. The more you eat, the more you fucking rock out, from what I've heard. Wow! All right, bacon's coming along. I gotta chill. All right, let's pull this bacon. So I got a steel spatch with some slots in it. So we got, again, some cubed bacon here, folks, if you're just tuning in, which you're absolutely stupid if you are. Should have been here right at the beginning. I mean, scroll back. What are you doing? So now that that's pulled, we're gonna just set that to the side, and we want to right away get these onions into that hot pan, that hot pan. Move those around. Woo! That a little kickback, little kickback on that one. What's that? And then the other thing, you want to get that garlic, and you want to turn the heat down back, reasonable. All right, we got our onions kind of softening up, working down. We got our bacon freshly pulled. Now we're gonna season this bacon. We got some chili powder here. Don't pay attention to the branding. Hit that. We also got some paprika, some smoked paprika.
You want to hit it with that as well. And then of course, like any meat, after you freshly pull, a little bit of salt, and we're gonna refrain on the pepper. So that's gonna get added to our beans. And oh yeah, this is gonna be good. As you can see, they're softening up nicely. We made sure to turn that heat down so the garlic isn't burned. Just soften it, and if you could smell this, OMG. Cameraman, what are you thinking?
Divine.
Oh my God, that's what I was thinking, divine. Wow, I think you outdid me on the word. We're gonna have to cut that. On the onions, we want them soft, but we basically want al dente, like as if you were talking pasta. We still want a good bite and retention there because we're gonna put some heat on them still through the beans, so all those flavors can really become best friends, like me and you guys. And just like any best friend would, we support each other. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification. So it's like the dinner bell. Hit that dinner bell so you can make sure you're getting those meals on time. And when I post a new episode of Cooked, you're gonna be right there, right at the table, right ready to eat. All right, let's do it. All right. So we're gonna check the onions. I just want to see how far along they are. I'm just gonna just shy of where we need them. So we're gonna leave these in here probably 1 or 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna kind of add everything to these beans, and it's gonna be a beautiful sight. I gotta go. Come together right now.
Over beans.
Hopefully that doesn't get flagged. The time has come, my friends. The culmination of the onions, the garlic, the bacon, the beans. Oh my God, let's go. Bacon, it's coming in. Now that that's in, let's add the onions. All I gotta say is this is coming together just magnificently. A little secret between me and you. This is all freestyle. I mean, I have a recipe, but I'm very loosey-goosey on it, and I'm just kind of running freestyle. And that's the fun thing about cooking and Cooked. Let loose, lean into the buzz, and get grooving, you know? We're gonna stir this up now. Oh man.
Beans, beans, pork and beans. Beans, beans, pork and beans.
Secret ingredient time. Got some barbecue sauce here. Hickory flavored. This is some no sugar added stuff because, you know, I'm an absolute gazelle. I'm an absolute health freak. This is my temple as we're cooking pork and flipping beans. Delicious though. So we're gonna add, we got a tablespoon measuring thing here. We're gonna add a dose of these. And heaping, don't be shy. I mean, really I could just fucking eye this up, but for the sake of the recipe, we're gonna put 2 of those bad boys in. Thus. We're also gonna add some butter here, probably about the same amount that we just added the barbecue sauce, about like two tablespoons or so. That's a good chunk of butter. That's obviously gonna make things taste real groovy. Now, if you're a heat freak, like I am, I'm gonna add some red chili flakes here. I'm not gonna go crazy, but you know, a couple. Look at her simmer. Our flavors have commingled nicely. Always do a taste test. Make sure your seasoning's right. I added a little bit more salt just to, you know, bring it to taste, as they say. I got some butter here. Got my cast iron skillet cleaned out. I'm gonna put the butter in here. We're gonna toast up our bread here. So. I'm really looking forward to dining into this, and we also have, oh shit, some mole selections on the way, so hold on to your pantaloonies, because it's a flippin' party. And once that other side toasts up, we're gonna do the same thing. So we got a nice piece of garlic toast. Well, all right, let's pull this toast. We've hit it with garlic both sides. It's nice and toasty.
Now here's the technique. I'm not gonna lay it right on this plate. Are you silly? That's how you rest your toast. To keep it toasty. Is if I laid this flat down on this plate, the steam is gonna basically untoast it. Now, with the teepee method here, if you will, air is allowed to pass around all sides, keeping it toasty. Got ourselves a nice little, I was gonna say decorative bowl, but this is literally just a bowl. Let's put some stuff in it. Wieners and beans is what you mean to me. Oh my. Well, folks, it's been quite the journey, but here we are. Finished product. We got the pork and beans. Magical in so many ways, coming from this cauldron of absolute, like I say, magic. We got our simple garlic toast. Nothing too crazy here. Seasoned with a little salt, get the fresh garlic. And the last thing you can do for serve is hit that garlic toast with a little bit of this olive oil. So let's go in. Welcome to another episode of Sommelier Selections. As always, I'm your host, Dan the Lost Boy. Let's get to pairing, shall we? On today's episode, we have none other than Pork and Beanz, elevated to a higher state and a smoky Irish pub sense with a southern barbecue backkick. Now for this particular dish here, I've chosen an ice cold Guinness Draft Stout. Any stout, amber, or dark colored beer will be perfect for this pub-inspired recipe. Oh man, let's get to pairing. I can't wait to pour this for you. There's a particular technique and I can't wait to try it out and show you how awesome I am. As I said, a beautiful Guinness Draft Stout, brewed in Ireland, Dublin to be precise. Going down to the pub with my mates for a couple of shanty beers. Probably the wrong accent, doesn't matter. Crisp, cold, any dark, stout, amber, something with some body is what you want. So let's get pouring. Here we've got our pint glass. It's a Rolling Rock pint glass, which makes absolutely no sense. Preferably stolen from your local pub or bar. Chilled, clearly ours isn't because we're not prepared around here. But preferably chilled just as the beer is. Yeah, and let's get to pouring this bad boy. Let's not wait anymore, I want to pair this up. It's working perfectly. Are you? Shiver me timbers, it's the perfect Dublin pour. Just as a bartender would have it, eh? And as it's settling, let's get into a little bite of this, eh, shall we? Smoky. Wow. Envelops the mouth. Now let's dine in. It looks like we've settled nicely here. Wow.
I've said it before, but the perfect pairing? Almost an understatement at this point. I don't know what you've been hearing on the block. But that is fucking tremendous.
We're doing something right on Cooked.
It's not a Rolling Rock, I'll tell you that much. Oh, let's get it foamy. Oh my. They don't call it mother's milk for no reason. Nurturing. Nourishment. Small day selections. I'm Dan the Lost Boy. It's been an absolute pleasure. This is maybe the absolute pub specialty of the year. If you're not checking the description for the recipe and the drink pairing and all the fun details, I feel sorry for you. Thanks for joining us here on another episode, and until next time, bon voyage.
Well, guys, it's been a great time on this episode of Cooked, making these pork and beans with y'all. I had fun. I hope you had fun with me. I hope you're cooking along. I hope you're gonna hit the recipe, hit the grocery store, get cooked, and get cooking, because it's as simple as that. And I think me and the cameraman can agree here, this was a smash hit. I outdid myself as I always do, and you can too. It's as easy as 1-2 home chefery. So cheers to you, cheers to me, cheers to getting cooked and cooking and having a bunch of fun doing it. Keep rocking in the free world. Cheers. And shout outs to the Cook fam. We're gonna grow. It's gonna be a big deal. This thing's gonna go worldwide, fam. You know what I'm saying? Big tings, fam, you know? Those weren't gang signs. Those were just spirit fingers. So, I love you guys. Let's keep this rolling. Suggestions are much welcomed. Peace.
I'm living life right now, got no time for tomorrow. Keep that cash right now, so I don't need to borrow. Whenever I'm feeling blue, I just roll up my sorrows. I keep making bigger moves higher than Kilimanjaro.
Well, now that the episode's done, who's eating these, dude? Me or you? Fuck it, we're fist fighting.